weird, and I'm in no mood for your job. Do you hear me?
Man, I'm not playing. Get out of here or I'm kicking your ethereal ass.
Ethereal? I don't even know what that means.
Welcome back to Gear Chat. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. Ding.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You.
Where you gonna go there, John G? Where you gonna go there, John G? Because it's hot. Talking about hot like fish grease. Why? Calm that down, John G. Calm this down just a tad bit. We gonna calm this down just a tad bit. Attention. Calling once, calling all. Classes in session. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. I am John G. the El Capitan. Check it out, man. Y'all already seen it. It ain't nothing new by now. But by chance, if this is your first time, you know what I'm saying? By chance, if this is your first time finding out about this new invention, Arturia Polybrute. Boy, I tell you, I'm just saying. You think Arturia gonna make a groove box brute? Groove brute? Ooh, the groove brute. Ooh, the Arturia groove brute. Woo, I can already see it now, man. The Arturia Groove Brew. They're gonna think different. They're gonna put, you know what I'm saying. They're gonna of course have the brute factor on the groove box. They're gonna be able to sample. It's gonna have the whole little joint from the drum machine with the performance slider pad and whatnot. I can already see it. I know they're gonna do it. I'm projecting it into the future, people. John G, you heard it here first. Probably gonna be about, let's say, 2022. 2022, we're gonna see Arturia. We're gonna find out that Arturia is dropping the Arturia Groove Brew. Yes. All right, so check it out. The Polybrute. Oh my God. This is a barn burner. This ain't nothing else today. We ain't talking about nothing else. We ain't talking about Behringer, although we are. We ain't talking about Behringer. It's all about the Brute, baby. The Brute. Woo! Okay, so check out. I'm gonna just start you from the beginning. All right, so I woke up this morning one day, and then I happened to see a picture. Matter of fact, I think first I got a text from Corso saying, "Yo." As soon as I saw a Polybrute, I'm like, "Nah, can't be." Boom. So the first picture I saw, I was like, "Oh, okay." You know what I'm saying? It looked kind of slick. Dude got his cell phone on there. He got the little wood grain case, you know what I'm saying, matching the, showing off the Brute with the cell phone. I mean, with the cell phone with the wood grain case. I'm like, dude, whoever this is, silly, you know what I'm saying? Then I see Sonic State, and immediately when I saw it, I saw what I thought was a cell phone. I said, "Oh." And immediately, I knew what it was. I was like, oh, what? What? So I'm like, okay. And then he goes on to explain Sonic State, which if you watch that video, has a very sexy side view. The top view is very ugly because the top portion is all, it's so bad I just wanted to reach in the screen and just fix it because it's crooked, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But anyways, the side view, very sexy. In fact, it's probably the best angle I've seen in the video of looking at it because it's really in your face and it has a very sexy side view. But as soon as I saw it, I'm like, okay. And then he goes on to say this is like a touche or whatever. So I'm like, I knew what that was, right? So then my thought is, and this is why Behringer is coming up now. So I'm thinking, this is just John G being John G, but this is what I think. I think, I am of the thought, I think that Arturia took a page out of Behringer a little bit. Now, they didn't clone something per se, but I believe they looked over and saw that and was like, we are just, bam. And I believe this came about because Behringer's doing what they're doing. So what I'm saying is, if Behringer isn't out cloning and doing all of this, maybe Arturia doesn't even get the idea to even do what they did with this whole touche being put on their keyboard, which I think is genius. In fact, I think this is how the keyboard should be built going forward. Like, that's dope. Maybe some people may not like it. If you're a traditional player, I don't know if that the pitch wheel and bend wheel being up, if that's really gonna be if that's gonna, kill you or whatnot. I wouldn't think so because it's just up. But again, I'm not a keyboard player, so maybe somebody like that might be finicky and not liking that. However, come on, man, it's like a mouse of some sort or whatever. I don't know. I just know that I love it. The idea of it is just dope. And basically, it's just a morph pad, the same that you can do with the Switch. Is the same thing you can do with the pad, but it's just a different way of expression. So that was the whole thing about the touche, was the ability to the how you can express, how you can just have slight little variations in this different modulation than you would than just turning a knot or turning a slider up and down. So yeah, so that was my thought when I first saw it. So then I watch and I see Bo Beach's video. And really the one about Bo that I enjoyed the most was at the very end when he's showing it with the machine. And he samples it and whatnot and then play. That was dope. Go check that out. But the one that I really want to put y'all on to, the one that y'all gotta go check out, is the one by my man Mylar Melodies. The title of the video is Hear the Brute. John G, let's pull that up right now. And in fact, let's just hit the mute button on your BS. And let's tune in right now. This is called Hear the Arturia Polybrute Sound Amazing. You must go check out this video. As you watch this video, as the minute go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, you can the purchase date is just moving closer to you. By the end, you realize you about to buy it, basically. Like you don't even know you in line. You don't even know how you got it. Like, I'm in line? Wow. Nothing short of amazing. The sound. This is the video that I've heard that sonically I'm like. So just hear me out. Okay, that's his video. Again, shouts out to Mylar Melodies, MYLARMELO. Make sure MOLODIES Melodies. Mylar Melodies. 50 minutes, basically an hour. Nothing short of just minute after minute after minute after minute after minute of just more. And then he'd be like, then he hit you with the, and by the way, this is a dry signal, no effects. Excuse me? That sound you just heard, that was no effects, by the way. That was just a dry signal. I'm sorry, say it again? So, I go on to say this thing does sound pretty dope. However, again, with the John G thoughts. Here is my thought. I so desperately want to tilt it. I can just see it already. I want to tilt it up so bad. But I see that I'm like, they strategically did not do that. And why? And I realized they got that strip panel. And I'm guessing the strip panel, they couldn't do both. Someone said, listen, instead of making it tilt up, we can, go this route. But then we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to lock it in. Woo. The engineering to do the strip and the tilt up might have made the cost, quite more. So maybe that was just like, it's not going to add up for the cost of the engineering versus what we're going to have to sell it for. It might make the cost unattractive. But I actually desperately would like to have the tilt. Now, if they were to come along and say, okay, all right, well, we'll do it. We'll give you the tilt, but we got to take away either the strip bar or your touche. I actually don't want to lose either one of them. I like the strip bar too. It's a different way of expression. Kind of like the, what's that ribbon keyboard? It's not like that exactly, but it's similar to the ribbon strip. Obviously not the same as having each key like that. But still having that as a measure of expression, I think it's dope. But if I could choose, if I could choose, I would say take away the strip if I had to, and just definitely leave me with the morphing, the touche pad, and so I can tilt it up. I don't know. After you've done that with the Matrix Brute, that thing tilting up just makes it turns and it's just more beastie. It's standing up on you. So it would have been, again, it would have been nice. I really would have loved to been able to tilt this thing up. The other thing is there's no audio in and no CV ins and out. Again, they went with a strategic, somebody sat down and they said, no, I don't understand the logic on the audio in. I don't get that. I just don't understand why not have audio in. Unless I'm wrong on that, from what I'm understanding, there's no audio in. Unless I'm wrong, which I reserve the right to be wrong, and I'm okay with that. So don't hold me to the fire if I'm wrong, but I believe that it does not have audio in, and I also believe it does not have CV ins and out. Deal breaker, not per se, but it does leave you going, well, why would they do that? Why come all this way and then not do that? So again, someone sat down and they made it's not like you forgot. Someone said, no, we're not going to do that. And it was a specific strategic plan to not have audio in. I just wish they hadn't gone that route. I don't see how that engineering would have costed that much more. Now that I don't get. I don't know how it, I don't know what if it, I mean, if does it bust up the chain? Like, I don't know. I don't get that part, but again, they chose to go that route with not having audio in, and I kind of wish they had have gone the route with having audio in. I'm cool with the 6 voices. I'm hearing some people kind of wishing they had more voices. 6 is dope. I mean, I'm cool with 6. I'm fine. One statement that I heard Nick Bat say is Bat, right? Not Bait. Bat. Anyway, Sonic State, Nick rather. I've heard him say that as it is, the Moog 1 16 voice, if you hear it in person, man, I mean, that thing is ridiculous. Like, you have to tame it in. Like, it is sonically, it like, what else am I going to do? Like, this is it then. I mean, it's that domineering that I'm thinking, well, man, how are you going to fit like that? Once you play that, there is nothing else getting played. Like, this has its own section in the piece or something because it's that demanding of a sound. So 6 is just like, I don't know, it's kind of sweet, 4 and 6. Like, you can make a chord, as long as you got a chord, okay, you good. So I think most people are doing 5, 4, and 3 note chords. So what's the point of having, other than being able to have some sick modulation, 16 voices and, all these voices is just over the top. But I'm saying it definitely adds to modulation and all of that. So I'm cool with it being, again, 6 voices. I just wish they would have had the tilt. I wish they would have, more so, I definitely wish they would have added audio in. You just have to accept the fact that it doesn't tilt, all right? I mean, it's not like all keyboards tilt anyway, but the fact that the Matrix Brute did, you kind of wish, since, this is the Brute line and, it kind of has stayed in that same format. But okay, whatever. Or if you're going to make it a fixed like you did, it would have been nice to get more of a tilt to, because, when I'm looking at every time, it's like that you got a lot of information, but it's all like laid out, in front of you in a way where you kind of want to be over top of it, but you playing in front. And so I don't know. It just seems like it would be a nicer connection, user experience if it was, more affixed to me versus just being flat out like that. But yeah, anyways, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Go check out the Arturia Polybrute. It's nothing short of amazing. I'm sure most of you all have heard of this by now. So these are just my thoughts on it dropping. So yeah, man, John G and John G TV, man. This is a great time for music. I don't know what the hell kind of times we're in. I know it's unprecedented. This is John G TV.
I don't know what I would do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. I don't know what I would do about that. Every week check. You.
Class dismissed. Get out of here, kids.
What's up, John J?
Man, Pills, what the hell you want, man?
Hey, come on, man, just go with me. I'm trying to go to church. They give away free drugs.
Man, go on with that. Go on, Pills. Go on.
All right, man.
Peace.
Your law.
Yeah, you see John G.